Kelsey Thompson, AIFD, and thank you so much for jumping on our Flower Shop Network video. Now, one thing that you might not know about me is that I love to cook, and I love to be creative in the kitchen. But there is one downside of that. My husband often asks me to make something a second time, and I have no idea what I put in it the first time because I adjust the recipe too much. I am always on the hunt for new dishes and new recipes, and I try to explain to him, hey, I find good recipes and I make them great, come on. But recipes don't just apply to food. Although we all measure garlic and butter and chocolate chips with our heart, right? Today we're talking about recipes when it comes to flowers, and I'll be taking some of our favorite Flower Shop Network recipes, things that we all know and love, and redesigning them into different styles and price points. Now you might be wondering, Kelsey, why would you want to do this? This sounds like more work. I'm glad that you asked. Now there's two reasons. The first is planning and the second is branding. So let's talk about planning first. When I choose which FSN designs to feature on my website, I'm going to purposely choose designs that have flowers and colors that show up in several different designs. That way, when I'm ordering, I can stock my cooler more efficiently, especially around the holidays. So the same concept comes into play when I create some custom pieces for my site. I want to repeat those flowers and colors in different ways. So I'm not only ordering in flowers that appear in one design on the off chance that someone orders it that week. That's a waste of my time to have that in my cooler. The second point is branding. Now, your brand is your business's identity. It's the way that people look at a design and immediately say, oh, that's from your shop. I hope that you've heard that before. Every business has a different brand and a different style. So I like to take a good FSN flower recipe, one that I know that is profitable and it plays well with others on my site, and then I redesign it to better fit my own brand. So today I'm going to show you two different designs from the Mother's Day collection, and then I'm going to show you how I reimagine them in a different aesthetic. And I love doing this because the hard part is done. The math and the recipe creation, I don't like to do that as much, but all I have to do is tweak it a bit and have fun with the design. So the first one is the FSN Turning Violet design. This is one of the featured Mother's Day bouquets, and it's definitely a winner because purples are always a hot seller. Now, knowing that I'll have this design on my website for Mother's Day, I want to get twice the bang for my buck when it comes to ordering, so I would make something like this to have on hand as well. So this is a design, you can see it's got the same flowers, it just looks different. I've simply upgraded the container to a ceramic pot. I have a lot of these pink pots on a shelf in my basement, so I grabbed those. I added one piece of curly willow and a few butterflies. But by designing the flowers in a more horizontal grouped method, it looks very different to our shoppers, but it makes ordering so much easier on us. So I would even go a step further and add maybe a hydrangea or a few more roses to this design so I can price it at a premium price point. Okay, let's clear the table and get the second design out. The second design I wanted to feature is the Lively Expressions bouquet. Now we like having a shorter design in a cube or a bowl on our Mother's Day menu because it lets us use up those busted or shorter stems. And a design like this is great because it isn't all pink or all purple, so it's more cost effective because we all know that those colors are at a premium this time of year. I would keep this on my site all summer long. It's a great summer piece. And then I'd create something complimentary like this to have on the site as well. I can confidently stock my cooler with these summer bloomers all summer long. Now for this, I went with kind of a grouped ombre style design in a rectangle vase, but adding some accents like these palm spears or some of the flowers that we already know we're going to have in stock, like some of the turning violet ones, would really set it apart on my website for my viewers. You can see how just adding a couple things to this recipe makes it look different. I hope this video inspired you to try to use your FSN recipes and reimagine them a bit for your holidays and beyond. Remember to double up on those blooms whenever possible and offer a few different price points to appeal to every shopper. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.